Hello, everybody. I'm Kanard Lewis. And boy, what it is to return back on the screen. Just me, only me, giving you a good word for the season finale. For season 10, folks. Man, this is start of 2016. And you know, what better way to start it than to talk about the mask that we wear, this perception of neglect and shame that we put on our face because we're afraid. Because I feel that personally, we don't understand the concept of what it is to be ourselves. Because the projection of our true selves isn't necessarily projected in the clearest way because we are afraid of being the person that we want to be because of how people are going to think about us. Like what is perfection, folks? It's such a socially constructed idea that has diminished our ability to be ourselves. Because I know, because of me, I used to put on a mask so that I could feel good. I went inside what we do is we go inside our box of masks and we put one on to make ourselves feel good. We put one on to feel cool, but we put one on to make ourselves happy. But see, that isn't you. That's what you call being fake. And they say, oh, I'm not being fake. But see, I was fake too. There's even times today where I put on my mask so I won't feel the anxiety, so I won't feel the fears, so I won't feel the sadness because I don't want to. But who says that we can't cry? Who says that we can't boost ourselves up with confidence? Who says that we can't feel accomplished when we achieve a new goal? I put on a mask to feel okay, but I just didn't feel right. I just wasn't happy about the person that I was becoming because it was draining my soul. It was debilitating. It was cutting off my legs. I couldn't walk anymore. I couldn't feel the feelings that I want to feel because society tells us that we can't cry. So society tells us that we can't feel sad, right? But why? What's so wrong with feeling true emotions? It's funny because our idea of who we are has been flushed down the drain because we flushed it years ago. It's gone down the drain, has faded away, and has evaporated, has diminished because we don't know who we are anymore. We just don't. And that's a problem. Because in our minds, we want to be this great person. In our minds, we want to feel this sense of endearment, this sense of pride, but we forget about the question that we never ask ourselves. What's so bad about being ourselves? What's so bad about, feeling the emotions that we feel? I have no problem with that anymore. And that's such a big thing in our lives because it's crazy. Because we want to do something in our lives because society tells us that we can't. But we forget to realize that the mask that we wear has stolen away our confidence. It has stolen away our ability to be ourselves. It has stolen away our foundational systems of why we call ourselves Stacy, of why we call ourselves Destiny, of why we call ourselves our name. Because that name that we were given, the person that we are now, allows us to be us. And when you are lying to yourself, when you can't even be, truthful to yourself, it's crazy because it's one to lie, to your parents, to your teachers, to your friends, to your peers, but it's nothing to lie to yourself because you can't even be honest about the true you because again it has consumed you, has been faded years ago because you have thought that by being you was so bad. You have thought that by understanding your own feelings was so bad, that projecting it was such a bad thing that now you want to put it to the side. It's like you want to please the audience. If you want to please the audience, why don't you perform on Broadway? Why do you take the time to audition for a TV show, for a movie? Because that's what actors do. That's what people that put on a mask do. And right now, I don't see you. I see a false perception of you because you thought that your reality was flipped upside down. You thought that you were living in the reality of what you are living now. But now you have created your own fantasy because you're so afraid. I was afraid. And man, I get afraid. I get afraid now about crying to people, about telling them my deepest feelings, my deepest fears. And it's not always a good thing to be open because you feel so vulnerable. You know, you just feel like you can't be yourself because people judge you. But you know, that's just part of life. It's like you're going to get judged. You're going to feel some type of way, but it doesn't mean that your value has changed, that your power has changed. You have more value and power than you realize that. And I know that because what I saw in you from the moment I laid eyes on you was the fact that I see strength. I also see pain. I also see hurt. I see fear. I see sadness. But I see something that has kept you alive. I see something underneath that mask. You see, you are transparent. I have X-ray vision and I can see through you. So why don't you spread that to the world? Because I love it. So society doesn't go through the things that you go through. Society doesn't understand your feelings. Society can't take on the world like you can. And that's the beauty about taking off that mask. Let's not go in any boxes. You know, let's look in the mirror, because that mirror right there is so beautiful. And that's the beauty of not wearing a mask. Let's take that distortion out and be clear. Thank you.